Hi, Tracy's Kitchen and Appalachian Adventures. I'm still outside, y'all, okay? Now, I'm going to talk about in this video, it's so beautiful out here. Who couldn't be outside? It's just so beautiful here. It really is, okay? What is the only economy that really works? Okay, the scripture. Let me go by. I'm going to talk about the scripture. What the scripture say, okay? Scripture says to possess the land. Christians are supposed to be the biggest landowners out here. We're supposed to own the hotels, the abandoned properties, and so on. We're supposed to possess the land. That's the first command. No mortgage. We're not supposed to have a mortgage. Build our own house, okay? If you don't know how to build a house, get the books, okay? We should own a lot of land and a lot of raw land, a lot of lots. We should pay cash for our cars. Actually, you should pay cash for your house, ideally. I mean, who wants that monthly bill every month? Okay? Forget about the dream house if you don't have dream house money. If all you have is $60,000 money, you better buy a $50,000 or $60,000 home. You don't have dream house money. Forget what everybody else is saying. The borrower is servant to the lender, okay? Now, I do know that you need a credit card to travel. Ideally, you should pay that off when you get back. Save for yourself, for your spouse, and each child. Each child should have, ideally, I think, a trust fund and some land. Be sure to buy some land for each child. Put it in their name only, okay? Live cheap. Living cheap. There are so many ways on how to live cheap, using coupons and shopping here and shopping there, getting really discounts, really cheap clothes and stuff like that. There's nothing in the scripture about living high on the hog. I mean, you take like some people, they will earn a little bit of money and spend a lot in the house. Stupid is that? To earn a little bit and spend a lot. What kind of ignorant stuff is that? If you earn a little bit, you need to buy a little bit, if at all. Okay, if you have $250, please, don't buy shoes. Put it in a trust fund for yourself and your children. Garden, grow as much as your food as you can. Now, I did try gardening. I had a little bit, okay, but it's better than nothing. Okay, try to avoid the mistakes like borrowing against your house or other properties that you have to pay off bills or your divorce bill, okay? Try to avoid being that stupid. Okay, if you want to put your money in the stock market, okay. But in my opinion, the rules change every day, so I'm not going to do that. Teach your children about money. Teach your children the value of saving money. Rather than buying a whole bunch of candy that's going to rot in their teeth anyway, put that money in the bank, okay? Teach them how to do that. Sacrifice something now to have something later. Now, let's face it, you're going to have to sacrifice something now, if you want your children to go to college or vocational school or technical school or whatever. Or even if they don't want to go to college, they're going to say, well, Mom, I just want to take the money that you saved so I can buy more properties. Let them go ahead and do that. But you know what? You should have something in the bank or a trust fund for them. Okay? Sacrifice something now to have something later. The Lord told me that several years ago, over 30 years ago. Okay? If you have an $800 blouse, if you want to buy an $800 blouse, think about that first. Think about, should you spend $800 on the blouse, or should you put that in the trust fund for yourself and your children? A $1,500 wig, should you wear that stupid wig and look dumb? Look like a clown, really? Or should you take that $1,500 and put that in the trust fund for your children? Okay. Number 10, remember the poor. God always tells us to consider the poor and remember the poor. He said, if you do that, you have riches, honor, and life. Okay. Maybe you can give an elderly person a ride. You can pay their electric bill. I think what the Lord wants us to do is control our own economy overall. You can even control your economy beyond the grave. You can prepay for your own cremation, prepay for your own funeral, have a rock solid will, what you want to go to whom, and who you want to be in charge of your final wish. Okay, now that in my opinion, now of course you can give tithes and offerings. I don't have an issue. Like I said, I don't have an issue with that. But in my opinion, those are the 11 things. I'm sure there are many others. I'm sure you can think of many others of the only economy that really works. Have a nice day.